Hi Flosstube, I'm Bree. This is my first Flosstube video, number one. I just wanted to join in on all the fun that is a Flosstube. So I just wanted to give you a little info about me, myself, and I first, and then I will talk cross stitching. So I started cross stitching in 2019, May. So I am very new. I am learning so much. It's insane. I'm a very crafty, artsy person to begin with, but I think cross stitching has been the one thing that I've learned so far that has so many different stuff, and the community is insane. It is incredible how sweet and kind and knowledgeable everybody has been. I've been watching lots of Flosstube. I've joined some groups on Facebook and following lots of different people on Instagram, and it's just awesome. I want to thank every single person that's put yourself out there and has shared all of your knowledge and your beautiful arts with all of us, so thank you. I'm married to my husband Travis. We are high school sweethearts. We just celebrated 19 years of marriage, December of 2019, so it's pretty awesome. And he is super supportive of all of my hobbies, and I'm going to be happier about that. And we have 3 kids. We have a 14-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 10-year-old. So they all go in school. We have one in the grade school, one in the middle school, and one in the high school this year. So we are in all of the schools this year. It's a lot. But it's been fun. They all do pretty good. So we are in a suburb of Chicago. We live in a little town that's we can walk down to the downtown area, and we have like a bike path, river, everything like that. So it's fun. We have 2 LNS that I go to. I don't go as often as I would like, but I have gone several times. So we have Tomorrow's Heirlooms is about 20-30 minutes away from where we live, and I also have Inspired Needle that is about 30-40 minutes away. So it's really nice that we have them close. I'm not big on driving, so I don't go very often, which is probably good for my pocketbook, but yeah, I would like to try to do some, classes or stitching alongs or something like that with them sometime. But it's hard. We got our oldest is in high school and he's doing basketball, and that's an every night thing, and I have kids and a husband and a job, and it gets hard. So it's nice that we have the online community that we have for all of us who can't leave our house. So it's great. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of my previously finished pieces. So this one I found online for free. I cannot remember the designer that did this. I tried finding it and I couldn't do it. It took no time at all to stitch this up. I stitched it up in an afternoon and then I finished it. So what I did, it's an 18 count Ada that I think I tea-dyed that and I rit-dyed it, I think. No, that's not 18 count. That's 28 count Monaco. Sorry. It's an older piece of fabric that I had stitched on. But so then I added just a piece of fabric to the back, and then this is actually a little pocket. So these actually just stick in there. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cute. So I just hang it on our hutch. That was a free pattern. Like I said, I can't find it anymore. I don't know where I found it. Now this one, can I get that? There we go. Is from Just Cross Stitch magazine. It was one of the stitches in February 2020. So I'm trying not to get the glare. And this is a frame from the dollar store. And then I sew. So I sewed fabric around a few times and then I framed it. And then I just ripped some of the fabric up and I made a little bow and added some greens, and yeah, I don't know, it's cute. Again, that took, I think it took me 2 afternoons to stitch that up just because I had other stuff going on. There was somebody outside. I'm sitting right by my front window. Anyways, so this magazine's awesome. Check it out. There's a lot of really, really great patterns in there. So I have this on my list of stuff to look at. Let me show you a couple of my whips. So I am doing a couple sales this year / this month on Facebook. So the first one is with Stitchinomy. She's on Facebook. She also has a website. And if you signed up before a certain time in January, you got to do her February stitch along for free. Now you have to, I think there's like a small fee, and then you get the pattern or whatever. And it's called Homely Houseplants. So this is it. It's on 18 count Aida that I dyed with Rit Dye. So the pots and the plant stands and plant shelves are stitched with 1 thread, which I really like. It kind of gives it a distressed kind of vibe to it. And then the greenery parts of the plants is 2 threads of DMC, just whatever's in my stash. So I added these grid lines every 10 spaces with a friction pen, which is heat. It gets removed with heat. And the reason why I did it was I normally start like in the corner and then work my way down when I start stitching. And this one you actually had to start in the middle just because it's a mystery, so you don't know what's coming up next. So you had to start in the middle and then put in, like you do the shelves and the stands on the bottom first, and then every other day you get a new plant. But yeah, it's super cute. I love it. I only had a couple of the actual called for, so I'm just using whatever I have in my stash to do because I love it. And I love plants, if you couldn't tell. They're all over my house. I made this cute little bag. Darvanlee Designs, Nicole Reed, she has a YouTube channel. She does Flosstube and she does quilting stuff and sewing stuff. But she has a project bag live stream that she did that it's recorded now, so you can go back and watch it. And that's where I got the pattern for this. And I love it because it's French seamed, so there's no raw edges at all. And the way she has you do it, there's only seams on the sides. So there's no bottom seam and there's no top seam, which is pretty awesome. I mean, if you're a sewer, you kind of probably understand what I'm talking about. So the other sale I'm working on is Linens and Things. They have a website, but they also have a Facebook group too. And I don't remember how I found out about it, but they actually have several free sales, and there's a shop, so you can buy stuff and you can try their free patterns. So this is I think it's Quaker Family and Friends, and this is on 18 count Aida that I Rit dyed, and I'm just using the DMC variegated threads, which I don't know. I like it, but I don't. I like that there's the variegation, but I think the problem with this one, there's too much variegation in this floss. So it goes from very dark to very light, which is, I mean, it's very pretty, but I think it's just too extreme. So it's, let's see if I can, you figure this out, 94, that's pretty true to color, but I'm cutting a lot of that light color off because it's too light and you can't see it. So I'm kind of bummed because it's a whole year, but it's pretty and it'll look cool when it's done. It's just not my favorite. And then this is the one I'm using for the, like the letters and the numbers, 779. So they leave you spots so that you can add in, initials of family and friends. That's why it's called Family and Friends Sale. So that's been a really fun, it's neat to go on Facebook and you can see other people's color choices. So it's been a neat one. So on to whips now that aren't part of sales. These are patterns I bought that I'm doing. So this is the first one, and I started this one last month. Jardin Privé, ABC. I'm not even going to attempt to say it. But it is super cute. It is, each letter represents something that has to do with stitching. I love it. So I'm doing this one on 18 count Ada as well. I coffee tea dyed it. Look how cute. And I changed her hair and her eyes so it matches me. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Oh. And those little needles down there. Oh. This is a fun one. I really want to get this one. I already have a spot that I know I'm going to hang it up in on my wall. Actually, real quick. I think what I'm going to do is in this magazine, in Cross Stitch magazine, there's a pattern in here. And the pattern's really pretty. I'm just not a big snowflake person, so I'm not going to stitch it up. But the way they finished it, I think I'm going to use on my ABCs, if I can find it. So this. And they actually give you the website you can order these from. So those are the cross-stitched pieces. You can't really see, but yeah, there you go. See, there's little snowflakes. But I was thinking I could do this, order these, and put it on the bottom, and then there's one on the top for my ABC chart. I think that would look really pretty. Yeah, and then there's a link in the back of this magazine where you can order those, so pretty exciting. The next one I'm working on, which this one's beautiful. I have no idea when this will ever get finished because it's pretty big, but it's pretty. It's Blue Flower, Night Walk Down. I'm sure you've all seen it. A lot of Flosstubers are stitching this guy up right now, or starting it soon. I know, I think there's a sale going on. I don't know. I'm really bad about keeping track of all that stuff. I'm using the called for DMC. So they have a little conversion chart on the back. And there was a couple that I was kind of like, so I kind of picked my own, but they were pretty good about being true to the pattern picture. And I'm doing this on 18 count Ada. This is a big pattern. So you can see how pretty that is. And I did grid this one up as well, just because it's so big. And I Rit dyed this. Side note, Rit dye I'm using the liquid Rit dye. You need to stir that stuff up really good, because I've done it a couple times and it leaves like little spots of darker colors, which is fine. You can make it work because a lot of people like the grungy look anyway, so you can kind of make it work. But yeah, if you do Rit dye it, just make sure you really make sure it's all mixed in together. You don't have to dissolve anything. You just have to make sure it's mixed really, really well to make it work, if that makes sense. And then this is a vinyl front bag that I made. Vinyl is not fun to sew, just so you know. I probably won't make any more vinyl front bags because I really don't like sewing vinyl. I don't. My next one, this was another, I can't remember who it was. She does do Flosstube as well. But if you search like YouTube and how to sew a project bag, she's a Flosstuber. I can't remember her name. I'm so sorry. Her tutorial, it was long, but it was good. And again, it doesn't have any raw seams on the inside or anything either, which I love. I don't like raw seams. It drives me crazy. All right, so the next one I'm working on is Plum Street Samplers Tired Trio. Oh, this is really cute, and it's little, but it's taking me a long time. And I think it's because, A, I'm new. I don't know how to stitch that fast yet, which I'm okay with. And B, I'm doing 18 count Ada. 18 count Ada is small, so it's equivalent to what, 36 count linen or whatever. It's pretty tiny, but it's so cute. And the reason why I like the 18 count is because it's so tiny that the crosses look like little beads. I love my cross stitches to look like beads on my fabric. The only problem with this one is, so it's on Aida. The faces are, there are some like half, like smaller, like, I don't even know what they're called, quarter stitches, half, it's not the full X. It's like a partial X. So I'm kind of fudging it a little bit because I'm on Aida. And I think they're turning out okay. I mean, from far away, they look super cute. You wouldn't even know any difference. And if you're not a cross stitcher, you wouldn't know what was wrong. So I don't have any cross stitch friends in real life. So nobody's gonna say anything because they don't know. But yeah, I'm loving it. These things are amazing. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen these. Actually, to Martini Stitcher, several videos ago, she mentioned these, I think. So they're a silicone material. I got this in a box for quilty supplies. So basically what it is you put it on a spool of thread or on your bobbins, and it holds the threads from unraveling, basically. But I don't really use those because I have holders and stuff for them already, so I just had this bag, and I was stitching this, and this little chunk fell down, and I didn't even realize it. I stitch in a stand, okay? So this thing goes like this. See that? It caught, and I didn't even notice. Well, I was stitching, and I realized I had cross-stitched this whole chunk to the pattern. Ugh. So I had to rip all those stitches out. Ugh. Anyways, and redo it. Well, then I saw these. I was like, oh, perfect. So now I can just throw it on the corner, and there you go. You don't have to worry about it anymore. So this will get done this week. I'm almost done with it. I think I'm going to turn it into a little pillow because I have a bowl that has a couple smalls in it that I want to add it to. Or I'll hang it, I have a couple little frames that I could hang it on. So my last whip that I have in rotation that I have no idea when it will get done because it's big and I don't know. Big things don't intimidate me, but I just know they're going to take me forever. So this is called Quaker Peace by Bygone Stitches. And if you can see, the red coloring, it's actually in the shape of a peace sign. This isn't the best picture. One of the ladies on Stitchin' the Dream stitched it up last year, and it was beautiful. So here's mine. That's all I have so far. But look at how pretty it is. It's on 18 count Aida, and I just left it white. Oh, so there's two colors in this. So you have the background color, which I'm using the 640 DMC. It's like a greenish, grayish, beige kind of color. It's really pretty. And then the peace sign is going to be in 782, which is kind of like a yellowy mustard kind of color. So I just thought they would be really pretty. I don't know. I'm weird. Colors are weird for me. I don't really have like the same color all over my house. I just kind of pick whatever I like at the moment and I add it to my house. So it is what it is. So those are my whips. I have a small amount of haul that I got. So this one I picked up at Tomorrow's Heirlooms. And everybody look up at your screen right now. This is absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's Angelic Vision is what it's called. I don't see a year on here on the back at all. But Teresa is an amazing artist. Find her on YouTube and go watch all of her videos. She's super sweet and super awesome and extremely talented. And on that, see all these colors? This is all DMC. No variegated threads, no fancy flosses, nothing. It's all DMC. It's beautiful. I want this stitched up so bad. It calls for 30 count linen. I don't like linen. I tried stitching a pattern on linen and I didn't care for it. I've tried Jobelin. I don't really like Jobelin either. And I did buy some Lugana and I started a pattern of on the Lugana, and I'm really liking the Glugana, so I think I'm going to do that one on Lugana. And if it's like a pattern that has like different specialty stitches, I think I'll do Lugana. I really am liking the Lugana on that pattern. I'll have to show you guys next time. It's over in the other part of my room. Another haul was Country Cottage Needleworks Bless Our Home. I don't know. I like this one a lot. It looks like our house actually. But our house is green, so I think I'm going to convert it to green. And I'll probably take the dog out because we don't have a dog. But I think this is just so sweet, and I love that frame. So I have to find that frame and stitch this up. So I like that one. And then I also want to do the 2020 samplers, the year of the sampler, whatever that everybody's doing. So I got this one, Blackbird Designs Mother's Day, and I just thought it was incredible. I love purple, but purples are really hard to find the right purple, and I just think these ones are gorgeous. So all these initials and dates are all the females in the designer's family. There's a little note in here on it. So I normally do DMC, just because it's cost effective for me. But with the purples, and me being so picky about my purples, and I want to do the purples on these because I love it, it does call for Gentle Arts and Week Style Work. So I think I will splurge and get the fancy floss for this, just because those colors are just perfect. So that is on my list. And then my last haul I got was One Nation Bygone Stitches. This is from 2010, so it's an older pattern. I don't have any idea when I'm going to stitch it. It was just one of those things where I was too worried that it would disappear one day, so I bought it. But what's neat about this pattern, so it's a pretty good, it's a good size. It's 400 by 210, but there's a lot of information inside this pattern. So see how you can, there's all the states. So these are actually in the order in which they were added in the United States. And so in the book, they tells you, I think, the year that each state was added in. So it's kind of cool. I have no idea when this is going to get started. I just had to buy it so I wouldn't miss out on it one day. A couple little things I do want to show you guys real quick. So like I said, I'm new to stitching. I don't know much about stitching. I'm just learning from everybody on YouTube, on the Flosstube videos. So I don't have any cross stitch people in my real life world, so I don't know a whole lot of what to do or how to do stuff. So I'm just learning from you guys. So Steph on Just Keep Stitchin' was showing this, the Snag Nab-It. I love this. So if you go on Just Keep Stitchin', and she has a video where it's like a Stitch With Me video, and she shows you how to use this. This thing is amazing. So I think it's meant for like sweaters or something, like you're supposed to like help fix that. But you stick it in through like the stitch, and this like kind of grabs it and helps like even it out. Oh my goodness. I use this all the time. Favorite thing ever. And then this thing, I can't remember what it's called. Stitch All the Things. She uses this on her Stitch With Me videos, and I was like, huh, I should give it a go. Love it. So basically, I stitch with I'm not an expert by any means, but this is what I'm just showing you what I do. So I stitch two-handed. So my left hand is underneath and my right hand's on top. So when I go to stick my right hand in and I start to pull, I keep this in between my floss, and while I'm pulling it, and it just makes it lay down nice and flat. It doesn't twist, it doesn't knot. Oh my gosh, I love it. It is very thick though, and I accidentally stabbed my Ada, and it left a bigger hole. But it'll be covered with stitching, so I don't really care. It'll be fine. But yeah, I don't remember what it's called. I think I found it on Amazon. Something yarn. I don't know, I threw away the package. But yeah, I love it. So those are my little tidbits, things that I've figured out over the last few months on what I like to use when I'm stitching. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for sticking around and listening and looking. If you guys have any other tips or tricks that a newbie could use, please leave a comment below, because there's more information out there than I could even imagine learning. So everything you guys can share with me, it would be great. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and that you can have a lot of time stitching, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon, and take care. Bye.